So hello and welcome back guys. So guys, in today's video we are going to learn about sets. So let's begin real quick. So first of all, what are sets? Well, set is just in class and you can make its object, and it is just a advanced form or a different form of a array. Well, for example, you have such an array like 1 2 3 and lot of stuff inside it. So you can do a lot of stuff to your array, for example, like doing performing any of these functions, right? But what if you want to make an array which only have unique elements and it have some cool functions? Well, if you want to do something like that, then you are at the right place. You can make sets to do all of that. Well, let me just show you a small example. Like, first of all, in while creating a set, if you want to, you can provide something which is iterable, like an array or probably an iterator. Then all of those values will be added to our set. So now let me log the thing a and the new set thingy, and let's try it out guys. Well, where is that? Boom. Alright, so I cannot access a before initializing. Well, why I didn't edit the comma, I don't know. Well, you can see our array have all of these elements 1 2 3 4 5 4 5 3, whereas our set only have 1 2 3 4 5. So as you can see, it removed the duplicate elements, and this is it about our sets. I mean the difference. Well, now let me talk about the functions we have in our set. So first of all, we have a normal function. It is called add. It is just for adding new numbers or new values. Well, like this and like this. So if I log this thing now, and let me log the thingy too. So boom. So you can see 6 and 69 was added. 2 was not added because it already exists. Alright. Well, now let me show you a let me tell you a bit more about this. So in our set thingy, well let me just do this. If I do set dot entries, and if I log this now, you're going to love this, man. So wait a second. All right, so now you can see this thing returned as an iterator, and if you don't know what are iterators and stuff, please check out my old video. It well, if you do not know that, it is going to be a big problem for you. So in our set thingy, we have these things. Well, we have keys and values, and both the key and the value are same. As you can see, the one thing is equal to 1, two thing is equal to 2, three thing is equal to 3. And the first element is always the key and the second element is always the value. And this is the only reason why we have only unique values in our sets. So now let's talk about something new. Well, set.delete. Well, to be honest, you can understand all of this function yourself. You don't really have to ask. I mean, you don't really need to watch this video, but I'm gonna make this thing anyways. So let's do this real quick. So you can see the delete function just remove that element called 6. And now let's talk about something else. Set.clear. It is a pretty cool function. It is just gonna empty your array, and of course if you delete the thing later on, it is not going to give any error. So what I'm trying to say is, if that key do not exist, you're not going to get any error, so don't worry. And I guess now let's talk about some different function. So we talked about the entries thing. Now if we are doing all of this, let's talk about something else too. Well, first of all, let me just do set.entries, and now let's log set.values, then set.keys, just to show you something. And wait a second. All right, cls, let me remove that log and let's comment this one. Boom. So you can see the first one contains the value, second one contains the key, and they're exactly similar because keys and values are same. Well, they're just forgetting all the keys and values of our set. Well, the set thing is pretty much similar to map, but it is for an array. All right, and I guess we have the size thingy which shows us the size of our set, and boom. So you can see it says 7, and then we have, wait a second, we have this thing to loop through each and every element. So if I just log e, it will log 1 2 3 4 5 6 6 9. So here I think this is it for our sets. And now let's move on to uh, set but weak set. Well, if I just do w set is equals to new weak set, now weak set have few differences. So first of all, as usual, it only have these three functions, and again, I forgot to tell you about the dot has function. Let me just show you. Log set dot has 32. So it will say false, and it did. If I do 2, it will say true because 2 exists. And I guess now let's comment this thing out real quick. So now let's move on to weak sets. Well, first of all, the weak set have only these three functions: add, delete, and has. And weak set have one difference. You can only have objects in your weak set. Well, for example, if I do weak set dot add 2, it will give us an error because 2 is not an object. But if I give something like this, wait a second, why I cannot type? All right, so if I give something like this is an object and it worked. And let me just log the wset thingy, and boom, so you can see it says item unknown. Well, that's how the weak thingy works. All right guys, so we cannot really read a value of so we cannot really read values of a weak set. So what is the use of weak set, you might ask? Well, it is just for collecting unique objects. Well, you can just use it for storing something like probably some data, and you want to make sure that well, for example, let me just do this. For example, you have some user and they have some id and lot of more stuff, and you just want to make sure that a user cannot do something twice. For example, joining a lottery. So whenever someone joins your lottery, we're just gonna do something like weak set dot add, and then do this id is equals to user dot id. And of course, before doing all of this, we will do weak set dot has, and then we will pass out that object and stuff like that. And if they already exist, then just throw a error and say that you are not allowed to do this thing, and this is it. And I guess let's just remove all of this shit. And I guess this is it about weak set and stuff like that. Thanks a lot for watching, and this video was pretty short, but yeah, bye.